Hi, Twitterers. It's Evan Nixon around, so in Poiville, so you're very Poiville, so as we commented around, so like Kate comments, voice comments, annoying comments, fat comments, and Jim comments, nice big ass comments like the big ass cigar. So basically, I want to talk about right now, essentially wrong impression comments. I did a ramble a couple of years ago on wrong impression and biasty, so I want to talk about right now, basically wrong impression. So this is when people have a wrong impression about something. So this is something that kind of, I don't want to say pisses me off, but kind of is like a pet peeve to me. So perfect example of this, I'll give you a perfect example, is how in Massachusetts, about almost 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we legalized pot, marijuana, and I had comments on my channel, people who are all tobacco and also pot smokers saying smoking SE787, when are you going to try, pot? It's like, and I had to explain to them, first off, I'm not going to try pot ever because I have no interest in trying pot. Second off, because now I live in my own apartment in Massachusetts, it's a violation of my lease to smoke marijuana or to possess marijuana because it's a federal funded apartment. And third off, I had to explain to these people, not to say these people are bad, not to say they're, anything bad about them, is basically just because Massachusetts legalized marijuana does not mean it's readily available. So just because as of December of 2016, not a lawyer, not giving you legal advice, it's now legal to possess an ounce or less of marijuana or less than a certain amount of hash or hash oil does not mean you can just go into a store and buy marijuana, because the impression people got, and this is going back to the topic of this video, is people said, oh, marijuana is legal now. You can walk into 7-Eleven, you can walk into Stop and Shop in Massachusetts and just buy a pack of joints. And that's not the case at all. So it won't even become available till at the earliest this summer or next summer. So in Massachusetts, big ass cigar for life. So aside from that, people got the total wrong impression. And that's a perfect example of wrong impression. Same thing with when Massachusetts decriminalized marijuana back in 2008. People thought, oh, it's legal now. So people were, I'm not a lawyer, not giving you legal advice, but people were on the street corner, puffing a blunt, puffing a joint, because they thought, oh, it's legal now. And the whole point back then, 2008, 10 years ago, is you can no longer be arrested for it, you can no longer be criminally summoned or arrested to court, you can still be issued a $100 citation. And back then in Massachusetts, people were being issued $200, $300, $400 tickets for smoking in a public area. So, and that's the whole point of wrong impression comments. Not going to get into a big debate about marijuana, not going to get into a big debate about politics, anything like that, is people get the wrong impression about stuff. Same thing with general topic comments. Is like, when I made a video called Getting Fired from Work, people said, oh, smoking Essie, I'm sorry to hear you got fired from work. I'm like, no, this is a general YouTube topic. Just because something says, I feel sad today in a video title does not mean I'm actually feeling sad in real life outside of YouTube. So, and that's where it also goes back to paying attention comments. I'm not sure if I've ever done a video about that yet, is you need to pay attention. This is where trolls kind of piss me off, because trolls will look at a video for 5 seconds and just write a comment. That's where trolls are trolls. Trolls are dick trolls. So you have to pay attention. You have to actually watch the video in detail, watch the entire video, whether it's 1 minute long or 15 minutes long or 20 minutes long or 2 hours long, to get the full idea of the video. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to get the wrong impression. Hence the name of this video. That's the whole point of wrong impression comments. Bye. Big ass here for life. Nice big ass comments for life. Bye.